So you've decided what you want your new blog to be about. That's great. Now it's time to actually get to creating your blog. Without getting too technical, it's important to know how websites actually work. To get a website online, you need two things, a domain name and a web host. I like to compare these to aspects of a house. A domain name is the address of your website, similar to the address of a home. You enter these in your internet's browser address bar to get to the website you want to go to. Some domains you are likely familiar with include www.amazon.com, www.facebook.com, and www.google.com. Now we're going to choose yours. You can use websites such as GoDaddy.com to check if your domain name is available. Remember, once you purchase your domain, you can't take it back to choose another one, at least not very easily. Therefore, it's recommended to think this part through very carefully. Choosing a domain name can actually be one of the most frustrating parts of creating a website for this exact reason. However, it doesn't need to be as hard as it sounds. Really, there are only a few things that go into creating a good domain name. Let's look over some common mistakes people make when choosing a domain name and learn how to avoid them. 1. Choosing a name that's unrelated to your niche. I'm going to use one of my own websites, helpstartmysite.com, as an example. When you hear the domain name helpstartmysite.com, you instantly know what it's about, that is, helping you start your own website. What if I had named it mysiteaboutcoolstuff.com? That can be anything, right? It's important that people instantly know what your website is about when looking at the link. One easy way to ensure this happens is to include your blog's niche in your domain name. 2. Choosing a name that's hard to remember. Help Start My Site. 4 small, easy words telling you exactly what the website is about and what it does. It's easy to remember. What if I had named it Help Get Started With My Online Website Right Now.com? Keeping the name of your domain short makes it easy to remember and also reduces the chance of someone mistyping a letter when typing it in the address bar. However, a website can have a domain name that's too short as well. What if I had named the website hsms.com? HSMS is a chain of unrelated letters that could mean anything. However, when I extend it to its longer form, helpstartmysite.com, it's easy to see what the website is about and it's easier to remember. 3. Using numbers or hyphens. Try to avoid numbers or hyphens at all costs when buying domain names online. This is simply because if you were to tell the name of your website to someone in person, the person will have no idea if they are meant to be spelling out the name of the domain or if they are meant to be using a number. And what if a competitor has almost the same name with a number in it? The person could end up going to your competitor's website without knowing that it's not actually yours. You don't want that. The same sort of idea applies to hyphens. They're hard to remember. Don't use them if you don't have to. After all, how annoying would it be when giving out your website's URL to say help-start-my-site.com? Yeah, no, let's not do that. 4. Not getting a .com domain. It's really not the end of the world if you end up getting a .net or .org, but if you're running a commercial website or trying to make money off your blog, .com is the way to go. Always. Not only is it the world's most popular domain extension, but it's also the easiest to remember. When people hear a website name, they generally think it's associated with .com due to its popularity. However, there are exceptions to this. If you are creating a blog for a local business, you may benefit from a local domain name extension such as .co.uk or .au. However, if you're trying to appeal to audiences all around the globe, make sure you stick with .com. Sure, it's a bit more expensive than something like .info, but if you're serious about your website, make the small investment to get a .com domain. And 5. Not getting a domain at all. The absolute biggest mistake you can make is not purchasing a domain name at all. This means using a free blogging platform owned by some third-party company. Really, nobody's going to take you or your business seriously if your blog ends in .webs.com or .blogspot.com. If you are serious about making and monetizing a blog or a website, make the investment and buy a domain in web hosting. Not only will it be more respectable, but it's easier to remember, gives you more control over your website, and allows you to actually own your own content. Avoid all of these common mistakes when choosing a domain name, and whatever you have left over is probably a good one. Now you've got to check to make sure the domain is available. Again, you can do this by going to a domain registrar such as GoDaddy.com and typing the name in the box. Hit search, and it will tell you if it's available to buy or if it's already taken. However, don't purchase it yet, as domain names are often included for free when purchasing a web host.